Hi, good morning, everybody. I was so happy to see so many of you on Microsoft Teams today. You guys did an awesome job with main idea, main topic. You did a really good job with finding those details. Good job with those reptile facts as well and arrays. You guys were rocking it. So today I'm just going to do a quick short video talking about our poem of the week. As you know, April is Poetry Month, and we're going to be celebrating by doing different poetry skills. So this week we were working with onomatopoeias, which are great in poems. Next week we're going to be working with alliteration and different types of poems. We'll talk about acrostic poems, which is one that you're very familiar with. We have done those a lot in our writing station. It's where you write the letters that go along with the word. So there's tons and tons, as you can see as I'm scrolling through here, there's so many different types of poems, and we're gonna highlight a few throughout our time. A lot of times we think of poetry only as being those rhyming things, and there's so many other types of poetry that does not. So today's poem that I want to talk about is a haiku. And a haiku is a traditional Japanese poem, and it has only 3 lines in it. And it's got lines of 5, 7, and 5 syllables. So if we add all that together, you're going to have 17 total syllables if you want to check to make sure. Remember, if you are trying to figure out what a syllable is, you can put your hand underneath your chin, and every time your jaw moves down, that's a syllable. So for example, in the word syllable, syllable, my mouth moved 3 times. We can also clap it. Syllable. Japanese. Japanese. So we have 3. Haiku, 2, right? So if you need to review that syllables, what syllables are, I did link a Brain Pop Junior video on poetry, and Annie will go through a haiku poem and she'll talk about syllables and what syllables are. So just making sure that you're reviewing those. So here's an example of one. The yellow school bus. So that first line has 5 syllables. Takes us to and from our school. 7. It makes a circle. 5. So notice that in the first one, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 words, but 5 syllables. Yellow is 2 syllables in 1 word. So when you're coming up with your poem, you've got to be careful. We're talking about syllables, not words here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are all 1 syllable words. So therefore there are 7 words there, but it makes a circle. That's the 5 syllables, but again, only 4 words. Now, a traditional haiku is going to be aligned with nature. So I want to take you through some quick examples. Here's one. It's called Flower. In tickly toe grass, a buttercup offers up yellow nose kisses. So there's that 5, 7, 5. So it's very descriptive. It's about nature. It's soft and sweet. Here's one called Rain, and you'll see some onomatopoeias right in the beginning. Splish, splash, puddle bath. Raindrops march in spring parade. Wake up, sleepy earth. So you can see there's so many different types of haiku poems out there. Traditional ones from Japanese. So you'll notice that they actually have the Japanese symbol here. Here's one on snow and a hippo. Winter has begun. We looked at the flower when rain. That file doesn't want to work. So there's all different types of haiku poems. Your challenge today is to create one that has to do with reptiles, since we've learned so much about reptiles. So if you go over to our let me squish that over so you can see it. Some of you are posting in the first category, which is this reading category, and that's fine. But if you want to make sure you're getting to all the activities, that you're getting to everything that you need to, if you click this circle here, yours isn't going to say Megan Barnes. It might have your initials. It might have a 20. It might have, I saw another one that said like 2R or something like that. So you can click that. These 20s are all for this 2002. That just is about second grade. But if you scroll down, you'll notice that I have notifications in this math group. That's that blue group there. They have some separate things in math. The rest of you guys don't. But this one is purple, and 2B, that's where all of the posts that I'm sharing are going to be found. So everything that I'm sharing, article links, and so this one, for example, is an alligator. You can actually go and see in the Georgia Aquarium. They have a live feed on the alligators. Let's see if it'll load real quick while we're on here. Yeah, so you can see the alligators in the Georgia Aquarium and see what they're doing. It's taking a minute to load. There we go. Not zooming in. So it's really cool. You can see his scales on his back. Those are baby alligators. And then they also do have some other ones down at the bottom, which is really cool to observe and to watch. And so I post a lot of things if you scroll into this 2B. So when you're on your computer in class, it used to just link us straight into that one account. But on your computer or something, you might have to scroll down, make sure you're going to that 2B in order to post or to see what I'm posting. So if you're looking for my morning messages, that's where they're going to be. Anything that I share with you will be here, including your activities. And I wanted to show you your activity for today. I went ahead and so all of the ones that are aligned, here's your vocabulary, things like that for this week are also on Seesaw if you want to do them digitally instead of printing out the paper or doing them that way. So there's some arrays work from yesterday. There's some partitioning. I will post some more for math in just a little bit here. But if you go to the reptile page here, it says watch the Brain Pop Junior video, so you can click that link and it'll open up exactly that poem. Remember, our school code is Medlock Bridge and the password is Brain Pop. Using what you've learned about reptiles this week, create that traditional haiku poem. You're going to use the text tool to type your poem. Be sure to add a title in the top box and then draw or upload a photo. So if I'm going to add a response, this is what your haiku template is going to look like. Up here in this box, that's where your title is going to be. So if we looked back at, nope, I closed them. If we looked back at the this one's title is snow. The other one's title was flower. It could be soft snow, or it could be beautiful flower, or you could come up with something as your title here. Use that text box to make it nice and neat, and don't forget your capital letters. Capital letters in the beginning of our sentences and in our titles. Down here, it'll have 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. So it's got that pattern to remind you. So you can add that text box, you can type inside, and then you can move it around as needed. You can also, if you're not familiar, you can make it smaller if it won't fit. Sean's like an expert at his. He does a really good job. You can play around with the colors if you want to. The style, that's just going to give you a couple of font choices. And if you wanted to have the box black, or have a border or no border. So it kind of gives you a couple of different options there. Down at the bottom is where you would draw your picture, or you can upload a picture. So for example, if I want to do one on reptiles and I'm doing one on snakes, I can look up a snake image. And let's say I like this guy right here. I'm going to right click on him and I'm going to want to, oh, it's not showing it to me here. So I'm just going to click on him, make sure I'm on his website. Uh-oh. There we go. There it goes. It was taking a second. And what I can do is then from here, I can right click and I can save image. And I want to save the image. And for me, it's saving it to my desktop. Yours might be saved somewhere else. That's just going to mean it's going to be on my computer screen. So I'm going to hit save. And then when I go back to Seesaw, I click that camera. And I'm not taking a photo right now. I'm going to upload a photo. So I'm going to click upload. And then there it is because I'm on desktop. So if you saved yours into a folder, it might say photos or something like that here. Downloads, things like that will pop up all these different ones. But mine, because I saved it to the desktop, it's right there. Click this. And now I have my picture in Seesaw. So Seesaw is starting to add things like pic collage. So we can add all those pictures and we can have it in there, and we could almost make a pic collage. You've got all this extra space on the side here. If you want to, one of the cool things is I can lock this in place. So that way if I'm moving something else around, let's say I have another picture and I want to move it around. Now I can't move this. See, it's not going anywhere. So you just would click those three dots. That's your menu bar for everything. Hit unlock, and then you can move it around again. Same with this. This is actually a picture that I took of a document that I made. I just took a screenshot of it, and I can unlock it, and I can move it over. So let's say I want to move my haiku over here, and I want to make my snake really big over here. That's an option as well. Also, you can do the same thing with your text box. You can change the style. You can bring it, so sometimes it'll be hidden. So see how it's hidden behind the snake? I can click bring to front. And now it's going to be in front of the snake. Click those three dots again. I can lock it. I can even duplicate it, which means make another copy of it. And then I can delete it if it's in the way. So you've got some cool things here. I want to erase that heart. So that's my erase tool, and notice it doesn't erase my pictures. So I've got some really cool tools to be using on this Seesaw platform. So make sure that you're using them and enjoying it and having fun with it. Haiku and poetry, it gives you a chance to express yourself in a creative way. And haikus are all about beautiful nature and looking at the beauty in nature. So looking at this snake right here, I mean, a lot of us are like, ooh, snakes, creepy, yikes, I don't want to, no, stay away from me, right? But look how beautiful he is. Look at those colors on him. Look at the scales. Look at the way his body is twisted. You know, there's a lot that we can say about that. Still doesn't mean that I enjoy snakes and that I want to go and find them and I want to go and, you know, mess with them or have one as a pet, but it does still mean that I can appreciate that beauty in nature. So I hope you enjoy this haiku activity today, and I hope you guys are having a great day. It was really good to see you, and I look forward to talking to you soon.